Hey everyone, I wanted to show you what Paper Pumpkin is all about in case you are interested in that special that we have going on right now, which is a really awesome deal. I will be putting pricing in the comments, but it's a huge savings. They haven't run a savings on Paper Pumpkin in about a year. So this is a great deal to jump on. And basically what Paper Pumpkin is, it's a monthly subscription to like a somewhat mystery craft project. 8 out of 12 times it's usually cards. This particular one for November is a gift box. So you could put a gift card in here or little treats in there or both and give it at Christmas time or during the holidays. So this is the November one. When you subscribe to Paper Pumpkin, you do have the ability to purchase past kits and or refills at a discount. You have to be a Paper Pumpkin subscriber to be able to get those. So and they have some great ones. Usually the refills are around $13, and then just to get the kit, if they have any left, then they're usually around around $26. So don't quote me on that, but just to give you oh, actually, it's probably $25, and then you pay shipping. Now, with the Paper Pumpkin subscription service, your price includes the shipping. So to get the discount and then have it included, it comes to, normally it would be $27 a month. That would include everything. Depending on which one you get, if you get the 3-month, 6-month, or 12-month, it'll come to a little less than like around $23, $24 a kit, and that includes shipping. So it's just a fun little mystery craft project that you would get every month, and you can pause it. The only one you can't pause is the December one. That will be your first one when you subscribe, and this special ends on the 9th, so it's coming up pretty quick. Today's the 5th, so if you really want this, I suggest you just go on and do it now before you forget, because who knows when they'll have another great deal like this again. So anyway, so this is November. So and then I'll show you one from October as well, so that you can get a feel for what the card ones look like. But if you bought any kits from Stampin' Up, it's very similar to the kits that you get online. So the only thing is it's a mystery, and it'll kind of vary a little bit as to what you get. So when you first get it, your kit, you will get this, which is the full instructions. And I'll actually, I'm going to leave this sealed so you can see how it comes. So it'll come like this in your box. And then underneath is going to be the instruction sheet. The first time I got one, I was looking all over for the instructions. I'm like, where are they? And then I flipped it over. I'm like, oh, there they are. So, and then you will get your stamp set. You can see I already started using this one, the box that I had opened. And then you get a stamping spot, ink spot. The first time you get it, you will also get the block to craft with. So this is for your stamps. And then you get all the adhesive that you need, including like dimensionals if it's needed. You also get any tags. So you get everything you need. You can just take this box, take this cute little box, and go wherever you're going. Maybe you're at your kid's soccer game, hockey game, whatever, or they're in a gymnastics competition or dance competition, and there's a karate. You're waiting around for them to perform, and you might be there all day. Bring one of these little boxes. All you need is just like a little tray for a laptop, like one of those pillow trays or something. Put it on your lap if you're on a bleacher, or if there's like a little table, then even better. And just craft along as you're watching your kid practice. So it's really a fun little thing to have. And you don't have to have anything extra. Everything is there. Like I said, your adhesive, your inks, your block for the first time. That's the only thing you have to remember to bring is when you get your kit, is grab that block for the second time and going forward, so that you have them. So we will make one of these together, each one of these together. So let me show you the instructions. And the kits that are sold on Stampin' Up are very similar instructions too. So I'll just point out a few things. For Paper Pumpkin, they always have like a coordinating die kit that you can purchase separately, and you have to be a Paper Pumpkin subscriber to get these dies. So and these dies are good for during the 3 months. So this is good for it'll coordinate with the October, November, December kits that are coming. So So you can see it's like a tag, just a general tag, which is great. And then you have the word joy, and you have some leaves and flowers. So, so when you get your instructions, it tells you that you can purchase this separately and have it shipped with your regular Stampin' Up! Order if you wish. So, but only Paper Pumpkin subscribers. You have to be an active subscriber to be able to get this. And then this is all the components that it came with. And so what we're going to do is make these little boxes so that they show you a picture of how it should look. And then here is, in this case, here's your number one, which is this one here. And they kind of walk you through how to assemble it. So let's get busy. Okay, so I'm going to put my stamp over here. I'm going to put this right here so you can see it. Make sure I'm in the frame here. And then we'll kind of put this off to the side. And I need my ink. So there we go. And I'm only going to use what's in this kit. I'm not going to do anything extra for this particular video because I want you to see that this is just something quick and easy that you can do. Okay, so it's telling us what we need. So we need the tag that looks like, let's see, where is it? Here's the tag. So all the tags came. So you want a tag that has the little red stripe on the back. So we need that. So it's cute. So you have the green on the one side and that on the back. You need a Merry Christmas. Actually, you know what? I'm going to show you something here. This will tell you what the supplies are. Sorry, I should have did that first. So, okay, so you got that. And then you need the tag that looks like the stripe. So we're going to grab that. So you got that. You need a wreath. So we're going to have the wreath. And it's, looks like, yeah, let's see. So we need this wreath. Actually, you need the lighter one. Sorry, that looks better. Yeah. So you need the lighter wreath. So there's like a light version and a dark version. So we need that one. Okay. And then you need, oh, and then you also do need the dark one. So this, you want two. My sample, it looks like I didn't use both. So we'll do that. And then you need your string, which is here. And you need, let's see, you need a gift for you. So, oh, and then a Merry Christmas. Oh, and a bow. Okay, let's grab that. Merry Christmas. That. And a gift for you is a stamp. So, okay. So let's pull this up. I made this like 2 weeks ago, so I'm trying to remember how I did all this. Okay, so let's see here. So the first thing you're going to do, it says, is to get your stamp pad, okay? And then you're going to take this tag, so this one here, and you're going to stamp on the back, a gift for you, okay? So let's grab a gift for you. Put this on here. You can see I didn't clean these very good, I think, because I was doing a video for that and for this when I first got it, and then I didn't like how it turned out, so I'm redoing it now. The volume was weird. Anyway, so when I use these little stamping spots, I bring the stamp to the actual stamp. I bring the pad to the actual stamp instead of taking the stamp to the pad when it's a bigger profile. So just tap that on there. And then it looks like we're just kind of pretty much putting it right in the middle. Oh, I could have did that with love right below at the same time, but we'll just do that separate. So the nice thing is that you just have the one color, so you don't really have to clean it right away. You're just going to keep using it over and over again anyway. So just clean it at the end. And if you are, make sure that's the right one. Yeah, it says with love. If you are traveling, you're at somebody's, someplace where you don't have access to clean it, maybe, or you could just get like a damp paper towel or something like that. If you want to do that, or just, like I said, just kind of stamp on scratch paper or on the box itself to just so that you get rid of some of the ink, and then when you get home you can always clean it at that point. Okay, and if you do happen to grab your box and you forgot your block, if you can find like a glass like a wine glass or just any kind of a glass that you can kind of see through. I've put them on the bottom of those kind of things when I was at like a retreat because I forgot my blocks and I didn't want to go home and get them. So I just use that. There's always a way to get around if you need to. Okay, so we stamped that. I did the with love. Now I need Merry Christmas. So, and I love the stamps, like the font and everything that they use for the Merry Christmas. I think it's really pretty, elegant looking. And this is a stamp set you can use over and over again with other products if you want to do cards or something. Maybe you don't need that many gift boxes. So stamp this on here. And just kind of hold it for a minute to press, especially with the stamping spots, because these are not the really super juicy, like the ink pads that Stampin' Up! Sells, the big ones. So you just kind of want to hold it to make sure it sinks into it. Okay, so now it's saying turn this over this way and stamp the wreath on it. Okay. So if you are interested, if you want to just try out the Paper Pumpkin subscription, you can get a 3-month one and just try it out, but you're going to love it. And then you can pause it. And like I said, if you decide, okay, I'll get the February or the December one because you have to get that one. But maybe you're going to be traveling in January or February and you don't want it to come to your house while you're traveling. And so you can pause those until you want to renew it again. You just have to pause it before the 10th of the month that it's going to ship. Okay, so I'm just going to stamp my wreath right here. Just hold it down for a sec. Okay. Okay, so now you're going to take, now comes the adhesive part. I'll move that. We're all done with the stamping. So I'm going to take, so you have this wreath and this wreath. And I'm going to flip these over. So when you have these little octagon shaped things, that is the dimensionals, the little pop-up pieces. So we're going to put that, and they tell you right where to put everything. So you put one on the back of the ribbon, right in the middle where the little bow part is. Okay, so I'm going to put that there. And I'm actually going to remove the adhesive because I'm going to stick my little twine around it. Okay, so I removed that. On the leaf, oops, the holly leaf, this one. I see it's going to go this way. Okay, so on the holly leaf, you're going to put the dimensionals kind of like, looks like kind of cattywampus here. So you're going to put it here and kind of here a little bit. So it's just sort of there, yeah. Okay, like that. Okay, and then on this one's kind of hard to see. It's probably, let's see if you can zoom in, but you can barely see. See the little tiny black dots? That's the adhesive. So it's not, they're not the dimensionals. They're the little, kind of like a glue dot, basically, is what it is. And I seem to be missing mine. Probably when I did this a week ago, I probably forgot to stick it back in this box. So I'm just going to cut the one out of this one. And actually, then you can kind of see how this comes packaged. So when you get this, everything is packaged like for the refill. And then on the outside, the thing that you don't get on a refill is you don't get the stamp set and you don't get the block or the ink pad. So those are outside of this little package thing because when you get your first box, but when you get the refill, all you get is all the pieces to make everything, but not the things that like the ink or the stamp, because you should already have that. But if you join and you decide to get this particular refill, which you didn't have, the stamp set, you can obviously use whatever ink you have, and whatever that'll coordinate, and whatever stamp set you have. I'm sure you have probably a million that say Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays or something like that you could use instead. So these are the glue dots. And when I first got these, I didn't know what they were because they look like they could be like gems or something because they have like a little kind of a design on them. So these are actually glue dots. So let me put this back over there. So let's see. So it says to put these little glue dots kind of, let's see, we're going to form it like just like the picture, like that, have it go down like that. And you're going to put a glue dot kind of right, oops. Like if you have a tweezers or something, you can use that. But I'm going to try and use it, like glue dot, as if I was, you know, traveling. So right there. There we go. So there's that. And then you need one kind of over in this area. Oops. You know what? I just realized we want the lighter to show. And so I'll cover that up with the sign. So we want the lighter to show. Yeah. So let's put it here. And then one more over here. So even the consultants, we make mistakes too. So that'll go there. Okay. And so you want to stick this to this one. Okay. So we're going to remove these little dimensionals. It's hard to tell if you removed it. And then you're going to take this little piece, the protective piece off. Again, if you have like a tweezers with you, do use that. But if I was traveling, I probably wouldn't have that with me. So I'm just using what I have. And that one didn't stick. That's the one I peeled off from the front. Okay. So do that. Okay. So we are going to kind of have this go like kind of right there, like that. And I'm going to cut that a little bit. Okay. And then I am going to make a little loop. Now, if you have twine or something, you will need scissors. So if I forgot my scissors, I would just leave this out. I wouldn't use it. But I do have my scissors with me, so we'll just use it. And you're just going to kind of do like a little loopy thing, so that like make your own little bow. And I'm going to just kind of scrunch it and just kind of stick it right there. Because remember, I removed that adhesive. So it'll just kind of rest that way. Okay. And then we're going to put this on here. Oh, that's so cute. Okay, so we're going to put this on here, and oh, I forgot to put my glue dot on here. So we're going to put it here. It doesn't say to do that because you will have, like, with that dimensional there, you probably will have some sticky adhesive right there, but I'm just going to reinforce it because I'm not so sure that's going to hold it as well. And you do have extras with these kits, so we're just going to add that just to make sure. Okay, and then we're going to put this here, there. Okay, so now I would cover up that little dimensional with this right here. But did it put? Oh yeah. Okay, so this will have dimensionals on it. And because I want my dimensionals kind of inside like this, I'm just going to put it right on the piece. They show you to put it on the tag itself, but if you get it off, you'll end up having to remove it. So it's just easier to do it this way, for me anyway. But you do you. So, whoops. Now I'm going to kind of tilt it a little bit because that's what I want. And then now you take your little red dot. Ah, there's my adhesive. we are going, because I'm going to cover up my little boo-boo there. So I'll cover up one. And I'll do one here. I'm going to cover it. Whoops. Oh, I'm going to leave it because it's going to tear. So it's going to stay there. Now, if you have a mistake like I did there, and if you have like a little brush or something, I could ink this, and I might just try and do it lightly here. I don't have my brushes out. I'm going to kind of lightly color it. Got a little bit on there, but it'd be better if I had a brush. So I'll go back and do it, and then I'll take the picture so you can see. But I don't think I could do it with my finger. Maybe. I'd end up messing it up worse, but actually it's not too bad. Just to kind of get it so that you can show, so that I can show you that, you know, even when you mess up, there's a way to fix it. Yep, as I keep pouncing on it, it is coming through pretty good. So, anyway, so I got that. I'm gonna put this one back in here. So I have it. Okay, so we got that. We got that. Let's do the bow. We'll put the bow up here. Oh, that's right. Now I remember I actually liked this down a little bit more because the bow, I wanted it further down. Yeah, that's better. Because then I can, I'm not covering up my statement, my sentiment. And then I'm going to actually put my glue dot on this little, or not my glue dot, my gem on top of the dimensional, kind of hide that. That looks cute. And then I have this going here, but I'm going to just kind of tuck it in like that so you can see Merry Christmas. And there you go. So this one's done. This tag is done. So now we need to do dimensionals on the back. See, it has the 3 octagons. So we're going to do that. And then we have to build the box. So we're not done yet. Okay, so these are the octagons, the dimensionals. Okay, so let's put this aside for a second. And all the boxes are the same. It's just that your tags are slightly different. So we're going to just assemble the one box. So it's already pre-scored, pre-cut, everything for you. So here's your instructions. The little arrow folding, it's telling you to fold these sides in. So fold these sides in. And if you prefer to have the green on the outside, then do the reverse. I'm just going to follow what it says. But you can certainly have the green on the outside. What I like about having this, I think it's the basic beige color on the outside, is this does not have to be Christmas. You can make these for anything, you know, Valentine's Day, a birthday, whatever. Just change up the sentiment. If you have other sentiments from other kits, or that you have just from what you've made previous, you know, and other things, change it around, and then you can do that. And then, you know, just be green on the inside. Nobody's going to think, oh, that's Christmassy. And you can, you know, use the other side of the tags if you want. So basically, just use these for whatever you want. And if you get refill kits, it's a great thing to have on hand. And if you're giving out gift cards for people, I give out the Costco shop cards, and they don't always have the envelopes for the gift cards, especially this time of year. They run out, and this would be a lot cuter to gift someone. So basically what I'm doing is I'm getting these little flaps here in like that, and then I'm going to, oops, fold it in so I capture it. And you may have to kind of mess with it a bit like I'm doing here, and capture it, and then just kind of sink it in, like push it in so that, say, it sinks in and locks it. That way you don't have to use glue. Okay, and then this is going to go like that. So how cute is that? So cute. Okay, so now we're just going to stick our tag on there. It's this one here. And so I'm taking off the backing. And And like I said, if you are on the go making this, you could totally do this within, you know, have your box open and do it within inside the box, and then you're good to go. Oh, I just realized my mistake. So you want to, because you have the front and the back stamped, right? You don't want to glue this down. You want to glue that one down, but you want to have this like free swinging, right? So you're gonna cut some more string here. The loop that I did with the bow, I should have strung it through both first. So, but we can fix that pretty easily. So I'm gonna stick this off for a second and just kind of loop it in here. Yeah. I think I did this the first time too. So I wasn't really paying attention. You know, consultants are always the worst because, or demonstrators, I keep saying consultants, that's close to my heart term. Because we always think, oh, we know how to do this. So we don't follow instructions all the time. So there we go. And then I'm just gonna loop it. Oops, see, I did it again because I didn't attach it through this one. Oops, come on, there we go. It needs to go through both, otherwise it wouldn't make sense. Okay. And you do get like extra twine, but like I said, if you're at some place and you don't have your scissors and you forgot, you know, maybe even your block, you can at least just assemble everything and get it good to go. And then when you get home, just finish it up if that's what you want. And not every one has twine, so you may or may not need scissors. But if you want to just make it a habit of when you grab one of these, you grab your block, you grab the little scissors, then you're totally fine, no matter what you're doing. There are occasionally, like I said, 8 out of 12 is usually a card kit. Occasionally, it's like a decor piece. Last year, they were like, these are cute little stockings. And then, so you stamped on the stocking, it's super cute, and use that. But anyway, so this is the one. Now, you may want to put a little red gem right there in the bow, but whatever you wish. And there you go. So real quick, I am going to show you a kit from, let's see, this was November. I'm going to show you one from October, just so you can see what that's like. Okay, so here is the October one, and this was like a special box. Most of them come with the traditional red paper pumpkin box, but 4 times a year you get like a really special one, and those are usually very popular just because they're special. So this one's very Christmas related. So this is a refill kit. So it won't have the stamp set in it, but those, you can see that, I'll move this out of the way. You can see that this die goes with that kit. So this is what it was in it. And then this has little velvet pieces in the cards. So super cute. And again, you could totally do, I think this would be a really cute to use for a scrapbook page or December daily or something like that. I love the little ornament. You could even make that into an ornament. So this would be a good refill kit to get, even if you don't have a stamp set, because if you get this and the die, you can just die cut the word joy and put joy on every single one of these if you want. And then you're done. So another cute one. And then I will put in the comments a picture of the cards that I made from this kit so you can see it. But anyways, that is what Paper Pumpkin is all about. Let me know if you have any questions. It's just a fun, you know, how many mysteries do we have? We a lot of times we're the ones doing all the shopping. We're wrapping the presents. Sometimes you may even be wrapping your own present because you got it. And it's just fun to get a little mystery craft thing once a month. And for, you know, $25 to $27, including shipping, it's just, you know, like a little reward just for you and to go and do something that you want to do if you'd like to craft. But yeah, you don't have to have a whole bunch of supplies. You don't have to have everything. It's all right there. And you just take it and go, or do it at your kitchen table or wherever. So again, let me know if you have any questions. I love Paper Pumpkin. I am going to start doing like alternatives. And if you go to YouTube and put in Paper Pumpkin November 2025, you will see all kinds of alternatives people did, or October 2025. So if you get a refill kit and you don't have the stamps, look at what they did for what people did for alternatives, because you get all kinds of ideas, and it's just a great fun little project. All right, well, happy crafting. Thanks for watching.